Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome to Fabulous Fridays. I am recording. I'm starting this. I'm going to start this new little series and see if y'all like it. And if we like it, then we'll continue to do it on the channel. But what I thought we would do is, for me, I always feel like the energy shifts on Fridays, not really Mondays. I know, like in the typical like 3D person, 3D work week, Mondays is like the beginning of the week. But I always feel like my week ahead cards start, when I pull them, they start to shift on Fridays over the weekend, and then we get some week ahead energy. So this is the first in this series. We're going to try it. We're going to pull cards for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame, and take a look at that. And then if you want to play with us more about the week ahead energies, where we'll dive a lot deeper into them, then you can visit us on Bringers of the Light Sundays, where we work with my books and intuitive reading out of those books, to talk more about, go deeper into what's going on for everybody, based more on the astrology and everything else that's happening for the week ahead. So I don't know. Let's see. I'd asked which decks wanted to play right now for this week, and I got a fairy tarot and the modern love tarot. So we're going to put a few cards down. And so let's get, I guess the big thing we'll just point out, because we do have the calendar in the background. And if you can't see that, you can zoom in on it a little bit. But we're right here. The full moon in Taurus is today, or depending on when you watch it, it's on Friday the 15th, the day I'm recording this. And next week, the big players are Pluto finally after 16 years moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius. This is a huge big deal. This is supposed to be 4-leaf clover, not broccoli. And then we go into Sagittarius season on the 22nd, which is next Friday. And we have this, I make these calendars at the beginning of the month, and I just intuitively words pop out for some of the weeks. And for next week, we have anything goes. So I want to see if any of that comes in through the cards. And we've already got all the guides here. We've already wrapped us all in love, light, and light love. And I'm going to use the Modern Love Tarot. What do we want to talk about for Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Oh, this was on the bottom of the deck. The Five of Cups coming out with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So that's actually, the fact that they're coming out together, I think we're wrapping up this energy. The past, I don't know about you all, but the past 2 or 3 days has just been like super crazy, dealing with things from the past. And I think because we're in Scorpio season, I don't know, for me, like my south node, which is the past, is in Scorpio. My north node, which is the future, represents the future, is in Taurus. And so I feel like we've been wrapping up and dealing with these energies of, just things that haven't been working. There's this casket, there's this rest in peace, like tombstone, saying goodbye to someone you love, these spilled cups. And in this case, there's 4 cups spilled and only 1 cup in her hand. And coming out with the Ace of Wands, which, oh my gosh, look at that. That's such a celebratory card. I feel like your guides are, this weekend, there's this big shift in the energies coming in to say, like, good job. I'm going to see if I can get a tiny bit closer. Good job on everything you did over the past week to continue to clear out old stagnant energy. That's what this final degrees of Pluto and Capricorn has been doing, is like almost like this graduation point, or this initiation, like before you pass through that Pluto and Aquarius gate, we're going to show you, we're going to make you like tap into all your self-mastery skills. And that was highlighted by the full moon. But I feel like the weekend, we're finally moving out of that energy, with the rays of light shining on her at the casket. And I feel like we're ready to, we're ready to, I'm like ready to do something different. I'm like, did I successfully master these energies? Because if so, come on, let's go and let's do something different. Okay, and so as an oracle for this weekend, I've got the Lemurian Starchild, and let's see what that says about. Let's clarify. Okay, whoa, it's really flying out. Elven Ones, card number 4. Yeah, and the Elven Ones, I feel like, this is like the she energy of the she energy of the fairy realm. The fae just keep coming in really super strong today. They want me to work with it. When the fae come in, it's all about manifesting. It's all about confidence and courage and being proud of who you are and being proud of where you've come from and tapping into your, your own elven energy, getting things done. This golden enlightenment energy with this like golden like crown thing. I can't really even tell what's happening there. It almost looks like fire letters or something in the third eye and the crown. And this is something I've never seen before, ever in this card. It's kind of freaking me out. This corner right here, I don't know if it looks like a person is in the corner. So I don't know, you could see that as a guide, someone coming into your reality, someone waiting in the wings. It looks like guides or some people over here. My goodness, I've never noticed that before. So let's stay strong with our manifestations. I did say we needed to work on Bringers of the Light Sunday. I said we wanted to work on a boon, asking that the guides were sharing with me that it was fortuitous time to ask for a boon from the universe, for a blessing on something that you really, really want. And I am this weekend going to create the despacho for us to do that. And I looked at our river because the last time we asked for a boon was in 2021 around the Lion's Gate. And we released the despacho into the Guadalupe River, which had a very strong current. We do have a river here. It's called the Cheyenne River, and it runs throughout the entire town. But its current is very odd. Sometimes it flows in one direction. Sometimes it flows in another direction. Sometimes it's not flowing at all. And so I don't really want to put anything there. And they keep telling me that this needs to be a despacho of fire, that we're supposed to release this into the flames. So we'll see, because I'm not a big fire guardie. I'm a little like fire tender person. So we'll see how we do that with fire. Maybe we'll try to build a fire. I do have some fire logs outside if it's not too windy, and burn it that way. But that's coming up. So take some time over the next 72 hours whenever you watch this to do some forward future thinking. Taurus is, the second house energy. It's all about your home, your finances, your own personal, like your own, like your own sensuality, your own, earthiness. In the Almost Daily Shorts today, this morning, we had in the tarot all pentacles come out. The King, Queen, and Knight of Pentacles came out. So it's all this earthy energy around to help you manifest. So take advantage by doing some visioning, some vision boarding, some affirmations. I was thinking about like what, because I haven't been on a vacation, an away vacation since 2017. I think, when I went to Kauai. And so I'm like, I just keep getting chills. Like, think about places I want to go, and then I'd go watch like a YouTube video about the place. Or, I follow some folks that do a lot of like road trips and cruises and different things like that. And so I go watch one of their videos, and that's like my visioning of like, oh, I want to go to that place. And I look at that place through their videos. So that is an excellent kind of thing to do. So that there's a lot of ideas here for the next 72 hours. If you can start to pull back from this Five of Cups energy, this sadness, this grief, this, whatever it is about the past, and start to go do some forward thinking and work with your guides to help you have some boundaries, which boundaries isn't always, boundaries around like your time, like I really need to take time to do this too. This is part of my self-care routine. All right, so let's look at Monday to about Thursday of next week. We'll start to feel a Sagittarius season even before, I think. So I've got this, I think it's, I forget what it's called, Tarot of the Enchanted Forest or something. Let's see what we've got energy for the week ahead on Monday. We got 2 cards. I see the Death card come out. But it's coming out with strength. Okay. So the Death card is coming out with the Strength card. Card number 8 and card number 13. I've got crows. I've got a bridge though in this deck. Another rest in peace. Look, 2 rest in peace. That was on the other 5 of cups. Maybe this is very similar energy. Actually, this is like mirrored. Okay, let me just put LV over there. This is very mirrored energy. I can't get them all in the camera. This is like rest in peace and like celebratory energy. And then look, another rest in peace and this strength to me with this serpent rather than a lion, this confidence energy. I have no idea what she's holding in her hand. I don't know what that is, but it's very mirrored energy. Ace is a 1 and a 5, that's a 6. They don't really kind of add up numerically, but this could be, you're still kind of dealing with, are we still dealing with this? Let's get a clarifier for strength and death. Are we still closing things out? I'm going to use my deck, Shamans Drum. This is my deck, one of many of my oracle decks that I've created. I worked with some indigenous elder medicine folk, like in the spirit world, to create this deck. We've got 2 cards. What is going on with this next week? We have Canoe, new adventures await you and are ready for you to take charge of them. Okay, I think that's what this Strength card is all about. And then we have Horse Friend, the other part of me, he who helps me. Whenever I get this Horse Friend out, it can mean several different things. One of them is, for me, horses are amplifiers of the energy. When horses are around, there's very like serendipitous, synchronistic vibrations. They help amplify the synchronicities and the magic and the serendipity. And for the Native American elders that I worked with to make this deck, I worked with 3. Crazy Horse. Oh, I don't remember everybody now. It was Crazy Horse and a couple of others. My goodness, please forgive me. My brain. But for the indigenous folk, the horse was like, I just saw 1333. That's about having patience. Yeah, the horse was like, kind of like their familiar. So to have a familiar who was such an amplification of energies, I think what's going to happen here is everything around you, especially with this elven ones, everything around you is going to be supporting you to move beyond this 5 of Cups, this death energy, things ending, and give you like a strong foundation to start creating the new. Not to say that everything that's going to fall away from you is going to fall away like next week or right on the 19th as soon as Pluto leaves Capricorn and moves into Aquarius. But I think they're saying it's like the beginning of the end of a lot of things that you were working on for the past 16 years. So it's just like the Ouroboros, like the snake eating its tail. It's like simultaneously, and I've been feeling that too, as things are, it's like we're straddling 2 timelines, the things that are ending, and we already have a foot in the door as of the Lionsgate, this past Lionsgate. and the eclipses that came up in Pisces and Libra, we already kind of had a foot in the door to the new timelines that are waiting us with this new kind of big cycle that's changing. And, you know, everything doesn't, like I said, just drop away all at once. But I think now this Pluto in Capricorn has kind of had us in a little bit of a holding pattern as we continue to clear out old energy. Because I asked the other day, I'm like, I'm not seeing any energies of the Libra solar eclipse from September, October timeframe. I'm like, what is going on with that? And it's like, it's happening right now, but a lot of it's still happening behind the scenes, things you can't see. So you have to be able to put your trust in a higher power and continue to move forward, continue to clear out lower vibes, continue to keep an eye on the future, because we're always simultaneously, right? Like releasing things from the past and creating our futures in front of us. So I want to get an oracle for the week ahead, and I don't know why that's closed. So let me, I know those were kind of clarifiers. So I want one more. What do I want? City of Dreams. Okay. One more oracle for next week. And then I have a feeling in the channeling, we're working on Flying Potion, which is my next book that I'm writing. Well, channeling through automatic writing. And next, on Sunday, I think we'll look at this as well in terms of the energies, but I think the chapter that comes out on Sunday is going to further kind of clarify what we've got going on here. And this one wants to pop out. Springtime Renewal is the oracle card for next week. That's, whew. So it could be time frames too. It could be like, let me just see, is that a time frame about renewal? No, they're saying it's an energy of renewal coming in. It's not really a timeline. They're saying it's an energy of renewal that's going to help lift things for you higher. All right, so you have some homework to do this week coming up. Whenever you watch this for the next 72 hours, it's prime manifesting. It's prime manifesting, baby. So get on that. Get out your, whatever it is you do that works for you, your vision boards, your this. My son tells me the other day, like, I did this. He points to his third eye. I did this vision with, my third eye. And I was like, oh, okay. I saw these things and that's what I'm dreaming. That's my future or whatever. And I'm like, yes. So however you do it, whether you envision it, whether you write it down, whether you go watch videos about places you want to go or things you want to do, or, teach yourself something, all of that happening, and continuing to let the old fall away. So let me just check in if there's any more messages. No, they're saying they are complete. It's pretty, yeah. From the guide's perspective, it's short. It's pretty short, sweet. It's endings and new beginnings. And you're like, my life's falling apart and new stuff's coming in at the same time. Chaos. So from the spirit perspective, let me just get a beat on what their perspective is on what this is, because we didn't have an Earth Council update this month. So what is y'all's perspective on how us human beings, and if there's any guides who used to have incarnated into a physical human body before, that helps too, like the ancestors, the fairies. They understand the 3D world. What? Give us a beat on this energy for next week. It's like flying. It's like flying. It's like flying. Flying what? Flying in the clouds and allowing yourself to be taken. So there's a lot of, I guess, lighter. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of get the metaphor. The metaphor is, if you can keep your vibration high, you catch these, what is it called? Like almost like these streams of energy in the higher realms that you can like catch on to, like you're flying, and just flow with the energy and let it take you where you're supposed to go. But if you continually have to be down and I know you can't always be up floating the clouds and flying, flying potion, but if you can find a balance between the two, which is I think why we have this dichotomy of energies here between the whole entire week ahead, is if you can find this balance between, sometimes I got to deal with 3D stuff, but when I'm done with that, let me clear my energy and let me get back up to the high vibe stuff. It can't always be death and decay, and it can't always be, flying in the clouds. Although, yes, for me, that is where I want to live all the time. I always want to be flying in the clouds. I don't want to have to deal with this 3D mundane stuff. But that's life. We have to do that, right? So that's our advice, I guess, for the week ahead, is just do your best to keep your energy high. Don't get down on yourself if stuff comes in that pulls you out of it, but do your best to regain your focus. And that is all we have for you right now for Fabulous Friday. And next time I see you, I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow, which is Saturday, for the Despacho or not. And if not, I will see you on Sunday for Bringers of the Light Sunday. So thank you so much for joining me here. We will see you again soon. Take care. This episode was brought to you by Giuseppe Vertucci's Pasta in Your Face food truck. Pasta for the modern human.